Support is dead, and here comes the super minions as well. Basically a 6-on-4. The dive comes in, I will dominate, falls over, and this is going to surely be the game. Complexity in about 46 minutes. Gonna own the tiebreaker against Curse and be one win away from playoffs. One game behind Curse.
If Complexity does well and we lose the rest of the games, then we'll go relegation.
Going into Super Week, we were in 6th place and we still had not yet secured our spot in the playoffs. We basically knew that we had to make it because we had worked so hard all season. We believed that we were so good. Like, we were taking games off everyone in scrims all season. Like, we had so many close games in the LCS where if we had just barely done something marginally better, we would have won against like top teams. And if we did not make it to playoffs and not get one more opportunity to prove ourselves and have a chance to make it to Worlds, we would all just be heartbroken. And especially for myself, like, I would have been devastated if we didn't make playoffs. So going into the week, we knew we had to pick up at least 2 wins. If we could beat Complexity, we knew we were pretty much guaranteed a spot. And what ended up happening was we practiced really hard. We went in like fully confident, and on the first day, we just broke apart against Complexity. We did not play as well as we should have, and we made enough mistakes that allowed them to take the win.
He flashes in for Cop, actually.
Oh, he's here for steal.
The ulti comes in. There's Kaz. He picks up the jungler, and now Cop's getting chased out. And Complexity turned back around. 1/4 health. Cop helps Baron go down faster with some spells. Baron, but here comes Quas. Half HP. Blown up by Robin X Lee. Are there more kills to be picked up? Cop is 1 hit from dead. They chase out Hook Special first, though. They're going to trade that one down.
Start at the beginning. What do we think about a pick fan phase?
Hello, my name's Mark Zimmerman. I'm the coach/analyst of Team Curse.
I'm not saying words after the comp. What I'm saying is I was surprised we didn't take Nunu there and wait on the Ori pick.
So I think an analyst should be whatever the team really needs the most. And so some teams bring an analyst for a specific position, like helping top laners or mids or something. Me personally, I'm not actually good at any of the roles, so it's a lot more about team stuff with me. What's like the proper way to communicate? How do you actually execute on team goals, like controlling objectives, minion waves, those kinds of things?
I'm not going to call your guys all in off because Syndra's missing. Like,
it looked like we would have lost that all in anyway.
yeah, it was.
I need to flash earlier.
Yeah, we didn't flash fast enough, and then Cop like walked back and forth a couple times.
There's I will dominate to go in on the Nunu, and he goes down. Flashback from Probably, but he trades his life for it. Belva trying to keep the team alive. Wester's still there. They stay on to Baron, and it is picked up there by Kez. 1-for-1 so far. The fight continues. Wester's to the front line. It's not going to go down. There's Cop. Goes in with a shockwave. Wants Robert. He does get the kill. Now Quas is around, but Complexity still.
Once things are not looking good, once you're fighting for your spot to go to playoffs, there's a lot of stress on you because you play some scenarios in your head that what happens if we don't make it, we're gonna lose our job, we're gonna have to do something else, we might have to quit being pros, or it's very complicated and it changes our lives.
Here comes the push, knockup comes through, support is dead, and here come the super minions as well. Basically a 6-on-4, the dive comes in, I will dominate, falls over, and this is going to surely be the game. Complexity in about 46.
We had 3 games left against Dignitas, LMQ, and TSM, and we knew that if we did not pretty much win all 3, we would not guarantee our spot in playoffs. We had a chance to lose since we had just lost against Complexity. We had to just block all those like fears and thoughts out of our mind, because all that mattered is to go into the next few matches and play our best and try to win. And the only way we could have like secured playoffs is if we played well, because at the end of the day, we knew that if we wanted to make it there and we wanted to actually prove something and make a statement, we'd have to qualify of our own volition and win some games.
Cooldown on jump is so long this early though. There's the flash, there's the Q, there's the kill for Boy, and a lantern to safety, 3-1 for Curse, and the Talon is 1-0-1. They weren't able to keep that.
every single game was a must-win if we wanted to make it to playoffs, and we wanted to beat all these teams because we know we can.
Big damage because Cutie Pie gets hooked in. He's going to go down rather rapidly. 1-for-0 as turrets fall. They trade back on the GAs. Down goes Kiwi Kid. Dignitas forced to run away. Dominate lands another cocoon, and down goes Shifter as well. Only Zion Spartan alive wants to kill Boy. He will do so. He's trying to carry the team, but just cannot do it. Down goes the Nexus. 41-minute game. 24.
I think we're all just more confident. We all trust each other more, and we finally found our stride, how we want to play, who's going to be our shot callers, just what we really want out of the team. And I think we found our solid 5.
So for us, the last week, we were like, okay, with 6th place right now, we just want to make it to playoffs. You know, when I stay away from the bottom 2, and then that was our main concern. We weren't thinking about 4th place at all, but then it suddenly just it happened. We weren't thinking about it, but then we were like, oh, we can actually get 4th.
After our win against Dig, we were definitely full of confidence. LMQ was looking so strong in the last few weeks, and usually we know we perform well against them, but they were taking games off pretty much everyone.
You voted, and 69% of you are giving a thumbs up to LMQ right now.
So we were kind of worried about that match. We just went into it with the same mentality as we went in with against Dignitas, and we just played our game. We got one of our strong comps, and we were able to, well, we started off kind of badly. We made some slight mistakes, and LMQ took an early lead, but around 17 minutes, we made a really good Baron call, and we were able to sneak it without them even knowing.
Not suspicious. He's just oblivious right now. That is a Baron, looks like, for Curse coming up. Wow.
No, it's LMQ that's the team that does the early drag.
And as soon as we got Baron, the match just swung back in our favor. We set up a siege bot. We took out a bunch of their turrets, and in the next team fight, we just started rolling them.
LMQ, but they have to wait for cooldowns. Now Special and Cop in a scary situation. Turned around. Cop thrown down the Frost Bomb in a big shot, and it's going to be even more. Boy tries to get into the jump one more time. That's going to be a reset. That's another one. Boy going deep. He dodges out. No.
They made a few slight positioning mistakes in team fights, and we're just able to clean them up.
They now throw it in. Special gets hit up into the fight. Cop, big damage.
And when late game swung around, we were just a lot stronger.
Everything they try to do to disperse the fight, to get themselves in the right position, is just giving Curse the upper hand. They take another advantage, the power play inside LMQ's base, and they just make this one look so clean. At 38 minutes in, they take out LMQ with an ace. 18-minute Baron during the laning phase. Now the next is just 19 minutes.
So this is a lucky charm that my girlfriend Pam got me. It's a little pink octopus attached to one of my favorite Nintendo characters, Toad. If I'm ever a little nervous or something like that, I just look at it and I just feel at ease, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of silly, but it helps me, and it's like a little confidence booster, I guess. I don't know. I've been doing pretty well since I got it, and I never played a week or a game without it. Third day, we were against TSM. We had never beat them this split. They were pretty much our toughest opponents, and although we came pretty close a few times, we always just faltered in some way. And so basically, it was kind of like we were going up against our final boss. We had beaten all these other teams. We had taken 3-1 records against LMQ, Dig, and CLG, but against TSM, we had just never beaten them, and we didn't really know why. So we definitely wanted to win the last match and just prove to ourselves that we could do it.
If you look at their last 8 games versus top 5 teams, Curse is 7-1. So they've been destroying top tier teams.
Dyrus fell really far behind because Dom and Quas shut him down really well with like Maokai Eve ganks on Lulu. And he was like kind of a hinder to his team at that point.
Here, he's gonna have to flash away from this one, but it still might not be he might not even bother.
Oh my gosh,
At one point they tried to force a dragon and we just picked them off as they were running from it, and we just picked up like 3 kills.
Before they hit the ground, double teleport coming in. Oh my.
This is not going well.
Big. Amazing is helping. Throws down the Cataclysm, locks down Quas, but Dyrus is the last one fending for himself. He's trying to get to the wall. He can't flash that.
With the top lane pressure that we were able to get, as well as just the team fight at Dragon, they never really seemed like they were able to make any plays to swing the game back in their favor.
Will happily take a game off a team solo mid and 1-3 overall in the split.
So I think it was just a case of us being on our game and riding the momentum of the last 2 wins and finally being able to close out a solid win against TSM, which felt great. We went 3-0 in our last 2 games. We finished 4th in the season, and we knew our first round opponent for playoffs was going to be CLG. So all things considered, it was a pretty good Super Week, and although it started off like on a really scary note, we were just happy that we could come out so strong and play well, and that's what we did.
It feels really good being 4th place now, just because throughout the whole season we've been around 6th or 7th, and we've had like that scare of possibly not making it into the top 6. It looked really bad in Super Week after the first stage, just because we needed that 1 win and then we ended up losing that game. And so being able to take 3 wins in a row was pretty relieving.
For me, I have all my eggs in the pro gaming basket. So if I would have to, for whatever reason, stop competing, then things would get complicated for me and I probably wouldn't be able to stay here.
I feel like the team's really strong right now, and I think we can win.
I want to just be able to make it to Worlds and play my heart out.
We're all pretty confident going into it, except for bot lane. They don't want to lane against Double If and Eframu, but it's just the unknown factor of what they're going to learn in Korea. That's something that we don't know about.
And this is where I want to say things are starting to turn.
Up until this week, it felt like we knew we could do it, but we never could really materialize that into wins. And if we can't get the wins, then no matter how good we think we are, it's just not going to happen.